Hello! Welcome back to Shrinkwrapped, the monthly Blu-ray haul and digital code giveaway. From all of us at HalfKocked, I would like to extend a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays to you all. And without further ado, you know why you're here. Last month, I went shopping for Black Friday. I got a hella lot of Blu-rays to give away for digital codes, so without any further ado, let's just find out the winners for those codes right now.
First one up is for Logan. Let's see who wins this. Benjamin, Colorado. Congratulations, sir. Originally, Ben was in this contest for Shape of Water, but since he already won, we're going to spread the love to Cutie Pie. Congratulations, Cutie Pie. This was a Benjamin, Colorado versus Mason Kaiser. So, for Deadpool 2, Incredibles 2. Let's see who wins this. Sir Dwight McCoy. La La Land. We got Choni Forever. Justice League was 2 repeat winners, so Choni versus Misen go for Justice League, and Misen takes that one. Boss Baby was, I think, Choni versus Cool Milk, so yeah, Cool Milks. And Peanuts movie, guess who was against Certified Ninja 1? This is for Heat. Still weird that I got this one. Larry, my boy from LC Screen Talk. Congratulations, Larry. Split. Let's see, Certified Ninja and Cool Milk already won something, so who is left but MCU Movies fan, a big fan of the show. This is for 8th grade. We still had a lot of people in this running by this time of the contest, but Ben Lord will take that particular prize. Fences, a lot of people signed in, but at this point only 2 were left in the running who hadn't won before, and that's Kimmy Nguyen. Love Simon. Let's see. Certified Ninja, Cutie Pie were in this contest too. And Amp Design is the only one who hadn't won yet. Manchester by the Sea, again, a lot of people, but there are only 2 people left in the contest by this time. And Andy G took that prize. No one else signed up for Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, but your triple winner boy, Misen Kaiser X.
Congratulations to everybody that won. Please let me know what way is best to deliver this code to you, whether it be Instagram DM, Twitter DM, whatever have you. Just let me know in the comments below, and I'll be sure to get those codes out to you as soon as possible. And for this month only, I am eschewing my rule. Everybody who won in this contest, because there were so many people that won something, you are all eligible for this month's running. Consider that my Christmas gift to you all, and we'll just get started pretty soon here. I'm gonna go through pretty much my Blu-rays as normal, and I think I got not a lot of Blu-rays, not as much as previous months, but I still got some decent picks, so we're gonna go see what I grabbed here. I finally picked up the Walmart Steelbook for Taxi Driver. I love this sort of gorgeous midnight blue neon look. I love Steelbooks, but not as much as other people, because I feel Steelbooks are like for those movies that you want to keep secure, not just in kind of like a flimsy plastic case. You know, whether it be your Nightmare Before Christmas that you're going to show to your kids and your nephews and whatever, or this movie, which I'm going to show to my kid. It is one of those staples of cinema. And, I mean, it's Taxi Driver. Enough said. This next one, I was fighting with myself for so long to find a really good price for this before I finally just said, screw it, and bit the bullet. Captain America, The Winter Soldier. If you try to find a Marvel movie for less than 20 bucks, it's tough. The closest you're probably gonna get is like a used store where the Blu-ray is like $17.95. Easily one of the MCU's best. One that I wasn't actually totally fond of the first time I saw, and then after a while just got better in my mind. Anthropoid. We reviewed this on the channel. It's a movie about these 2 spies that kind of sneak into Poland, and they're hired to assassinate Hitler's third in command. If you want a World War II movie that isn't just infantrymen on the front lines, or it isn't like we have to kill Hitler, I thought there was a rawness to this one that worked very well, and I think Cillian Murphy is enthralling and intense, and vulnerable, and Jamie Dornan supports him extremely well. The final shootout sequence at the end that takes place in this cathedral, I was very surprised by A, how well it was shot, and B, how emotionally invested I got. So if you want a good World War II movie that isn't quite the same thing you're used to, I think Anthropoid's a good pick. Next one, a movie that I praised the hell out of, The Edge of 17. Liam and I saw this a couple years ago, and we were really impressed with it. I've been praising the coming-of-age genre this decade for a really long while, pretty much the decade. And with movies like Lady Bird and Call Me By Your Name, and this movie, and Morris from America, and 8th Grade, we're getting a really nice resurgence of movies that are about young people, that don't sugarcoat it, that really treat it real, but also that don't necessarily copy each other. Haley Steinfeld's one of her best performances. Woody Harrelson is really funny and really sweet as the teacher. And yeah, for a coming-of-age movie that doesn't sugarcoat it and delivers on a lot. It's just a really nice story. This next movie I have not seen before, but I've heard multiple recommendations for, The Fighter. This is a movie by David O. Russell, the guy behind Silver Linings Playbook and American Hustle, two of my favorite movies of the decade. So it just seemed logical. I'm a big director-minded guy, and I like sort of these, if I like a movie, I gotta find the history, you know? I gotta see all the movies the guy has done and really kind of form my opinion. So this one, it's got a bunch of great actors. How can you go wrong? It seems weird that I'm just buying this one now. I am not the biggest fan of this movie. I remember sitting front row at the very corner with my feet up on the little ledge they had there at midnight. And there were these two chicks that would constantly leave. They were in the middle of the row, and they would constantly leave back and forth to use the bathroom. I could see the cell phone glow. I was just kind of annoyed. And watching this movie, after something that was such a high as Dark Knight Rises, I just couldn't really connect to it. But after the years have passed by, and there are people that are like, you know, give this movie another chance, give this movie another look, it's really impressive. I figured, let's complete the trilogy. It's not like I hate this movie, but I wasn't really excited to see it again. And it was $5, and it's got this cool little holographic slip cover. And for a guy that doesn't buy slip covers, I figured, you might as well give a Nolan movie the respect it deserves. This next movie I have not seen, but I got a great deal on it, BlacKkKlansman. I found it at Target. The Blu-ray was $15 already, and then when I went on the Cartwheel app, it gave me a 25% off. And that deal is still going on until the end of the year, so if you want to pick up this movie and don't necessarily want to win the digital code that comes with it, then you know how to get it. Download the Cartwheel app, go to Target. I got it for around like $12 with tax. And this is a Best Picture contender. It's probably going to be nominated. Spike Lee's in the conversation for Best Director. It's really just the Oscar movie about the Klan. And I haven't seen it yet. I've heard nothing but good things. Well, I've heard a couple of bad things, but I think that's more think piece land, and I don't like traveling there unless I've actually seen the film. So I'm going to check this out before the end of the year, especially because, I fucking own it. And I've heard really good things. I'm actually surprised John David Washington's getting a lot of Oscar consideration too. This next one is a digital code one, and this is the... Oh man, talk about guilty pleasures. The Meg. I saw it with Britt, and we both had a pretty damn good time. It's a stupid shark movie with Jason Statham. It is exactly what you think it is. It was a good, fun time, and this is like the summer movie. The next four are DVDs, and this one is The Diving Bell and The Butterfly, a movie that I don't know much about, a movie that I have never seen, but the reason I picked it up is because it's directed by Julian Schnabel, who also directed At Eternity's Gate, the last after credits we did, the Vincent van Gogh movie starring Willem Dafoe. And I love that movie, and I love Willem Dafoe in it, and I loved how inventive Schnabel was with his cinematography and how he was able to create a biopic that really was like nothing. I mean, it's similar to other biopics, but he took it in enough different weird directions that I totally embraced it as its own style and its own thing. And this is his movie, I think, that was nominated for a bunch of stuff in 2008. So, you know, down to see it. I was talking to the guy at Movie Trading Company for this next one, and he mentioned this was the family-friendly pick, Irreversible. This is Gaspar Noé's breakout movie. Gaspar Noé, I came to know him, I think I was trolling through Netflix, I saw this cover for this movie that's called Enter the Void, and I clicked on it, and it was a 3-hour drug trip through the afterlife, blaring neon and techno, and I was like, oh my god, this is really, really weird, and this is like nothing I've ever seen before, so I'm kind of loving it. And this one is infamous for its opening scene, I believe. It's really graphic and dark and tough for people to get through. But I figure, like I said with David O. Russell, if I like a movie by a director, I need to watch all of them. And so why not start at the beginning with this movie here. And this next one, oh my god, this was such stupid fun. Hansel and Gretel, Witch Hunters. One of the few in the whole fairy tale with dark edge subgenre that we got in the beginning of the decade that really kind of embraced both worlds. It was super goofy and super magical like a fairy tale, but at the same time it also kicked a lot of ass. And it straddled the line really well. That's sort of like this, you know, R-rated guts shooting up witches and shit. Like, it's fun. It's your dad bro movie. And it works. Also, Famke Janssen is in this, and she's great. And then my last new pick for the month that I'll be talking about here is Blake Lively in The Shallows. Jaume Collet-Serra is a director who I'm hit and miss with. Some of his movies, like Run All Night, I'm actually a real big fan of, and then there's, you know, the non-stops of the world that is just kind of meh. Above all else, I've always praised his sense of style, and I've always praised his sense of kinetic camera movement. He always keeps the camera moving and doing something new, maybe with digital effects or whatnot. And I thought this movie was a very simple plot that was handled well, and I liked Blake Lively's performance in it. I liked that she was able to pull out different sides of herself, the survivalist and the badass, but also the broken, scared person who's, you know, stuck in a really shitty situation. There's the seagull, that's the best supporting seagull I've ever seen in a movie since Finding Nemo, and yeah, it's The Shallows. The ending's stupid, but it kind of has to be. As far as the new picks we got for digital codes up this month, we have The Meg, Black Klansman, and Captain America: The Winter Soldier. However, one of the picks that I gave out the very first episode of Shrinkwrapped, Hereditary, it's back on the table. The guy who won it never got back to me, and I figured, you know what, I'm not just gonna let this sit there, I'm gonna give it out to the people. So Hereditary is officially back on the table if you want that digital code. I am about 75% sure this is still okay. A Quiet Place. Rise the Horizon won this. He's based in the UK, and he got back to me saying that the code was region locked. Certain manufacturers lock DVDs in certain countries, so what works for a DVD player in the US might not work for a DVD player in the UK, and that's, to, I guess, a sort of to promote, you know, buy local kind of thing. But it's kind of annoying whenever you've got sort of rarer movies that you gotta get shipped from across the world, and oh no, my DVD player isn't a region-free DVD player, so I'm fucked. And apparently that extends to digital codes. So, if you're from the UK, these codes, I'm pretty damn sure, are not going to be able to work on your player. And I'm sorry, but that's something that I wanted to get out to y'all before you're out there, you know, clicking away on the giveaways. And I don't want what happened to Rise to happen to y'all. So, I'm putting this one back on the market. Let me know if this one doesn't work out, and I'll try to work with you and do a runaround or something. Maybe substitute with another code if I've still got some available. To recap one last time, A Quiet Place, Hereditary, Captain America: The Winter Soldier, Black Klansman, and The Meg. All those are up for digital codes this month. How can you win one of these codes? Well, first and foremost, you gotta be subscribed to the channel. Just click that subscribe button, and you'll be part of the HalfKocked family-friendly family. Make your subscription public. You can go into your little channel settings, click on privacy, you'll see the box that says keep all my subscriptions private. Turn that shit off so I can look at my little list and see that you're there. Because a lot of the new subscribers, I get notifications on my phone, and that's cool. But if I don't get a notification on my phone and you're not on that subscriptions list, I'm sorry, man. I gotta go with the info I've got. You gotta be subbed to the channel. It's as simple as that. So just click that subscription button. You know, blow up our mentions. You know, share, comment on other videos. Kind of let me know you're there, and we'll definitely get you in the running for these. You know, like you saw in the beginning of the video, put all the names in a wheel, spin that shit, and whoever wins, wins. If you do win, let me know. Again, what's the best way to get that code to you? Twitter, Instagram, email, carrier pigeon, whatever have you. And that should be it for my Blu-ray haul of the month. Let me know something I can do with this show. Make it more palatable, make it easier on the eyes and the ears, you know. Give me some tips, some advice for Shrinkwrapped going on forward. But for those of you that have supported this new show up until this point of the year, I really thank you. This is actually kind of blown up in a way that I quite hadn't expected. And much love to people like Larry from LC Screen Talk for promoting the show and getting the message out to new eyes and new faces. The next video, which is going to come out December 31st, is the top 10 movies of 2018. I am excited to talk about these releases, some which we haven't covered on After Credits. Thank you guys very much. Enter the contest, subscribe, and we'll see you later. Bye.